Hello, this is Michelle with markandmichelle.com, and today's video is going to be about autoresponders. I know we talked about that a little bit in the last video, but we're going to talk about it a little bit more today. We're going to talk about finding shopping carts for our websites. We're going to talk about creating sales videos, and we're going to talk about marketing. So let's get right to it. Our autoresponder, we went over that in the last video about how to create our sales funnel. And I went over about campaigns, creating campaigns. And so I'm going to show you one of our campaigns that we have created. This campaign is for people who just sign up to learn about our business. And on day 0, that is when they originally sign up, and we have it so that they would immediately get an email from us welcoming them. All of the other days you see here, we have these emails going out at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and they are pre-written. They go out to everybody on on their day 2, however many have signed up on our list. And so they are pre-written and they are sales emails. So what Mark and I do is in the morning, we send out a broadcast message that just immediately goes out to everybody. It's not pre-written, and it's based on either a blog that Mark wrote the day before, or training that we have, or a video that we did, and we'll send that out to our list in the morning. So that basically every single day they get 2 emails from us, one with content in the morning and one a sales email in the afternoon. And we find that that works really good for our business. But if you have an e-commerce store, let's say, like an Amazon or an eBay or a little spin-off of them, then you maybe want to have more broadcast emails or messages or newsletters, actually, is what you probably would call it. And that would feature either all of your products or maybe one of your products here and there. It could include a discount or a sales that you have coming up. And so there's a variety of different things that you can do. But autoresponders are definitely a great thing to have, especially if you plan on having a larger list of people, because it would be very hard to send out 1,000 emails from your Gmail or from Outlook to a variety of people. It's easier to have them all in one little list like this campaign holds a bunch of emails for us, and it's easier to send out that way. So that is why we use an autoresponder. It's also really good if you go on vacation and you're sitting on the beach somewhere at your lake house and you're already sending out emails to people because it's in your autoresponder. So that's also a plus for autoresponders. So basically that's autoresponder. I just wanted to go over that real quick. I mentioned some things I did not mention yesterday. So let me log out of here, and we're going to talk about shopping carts next. Now, I'm going to assume that you have shopped online before, maybe at like Walmart.com, and you find the products that you want to purchase. You put them in a quote-unquote digital shopping cart. When you are finished and you want to check out, you click the button check out and you enter your payment information, and then you can get your products. Well, you're going to need that on your website if you're going to have anything that you want people to purchase, whether it's going to be your online business or whether it's going to be like your e-commerce store. So practically everybody needs a shopping cart, even if you're marketing an online business. So let's show you real quick. There are lots of options for shopping carts. Number one, and first and foremost, the most widely known one is PayPal. And you can use that to have people pay for their products. So PayPal is widely used worldwide. So PayPal is definitely an option, but there are also other places that you can go, such as this oneshoppingcart.com here. And I like this one because they compare themselves to 4 of their competitors as well. And so they compare themselves to BigCommerce, to 3D Cart, to Volusion, and to Shopify. And so a lot of these businesses here, they have also options to create your online store with websites. The problem I find with that is that everybody is using the same website templates and it's not unique at all. And so that's why I still recommend lead pages to make yours unique. But if you want to get it in a service like this and pay all at once in a monthly plan, that's also, that's really good too. So this also comes with a shopping cart, along with being able to have websites created for your online store. And then if you just want the software, then there's things out there like Xcart. Let me put that in here. What Xcart is it's just the software, the shopping cart software. So you would download the software, input whatever you need to input, and then upload it to your website, and your customers can start using it right away. So there's lots of options on the internet. You just need to research and figure out what services you're going to need, and then find the best one that's going to fit all your needs. So that's shopping carts. Now we're going to go into sales videos. Now, sales videos, I'm going to talk about sales videos. Number one, with relation to an online store, an online e-commerce store. And you would use sales videos to talk about the kind of products that they will find in your store, and direct them to certain pages on where they can find certain features. You can talk about your business itself, or you and why you started your business. There's lots of different reasons to use a sales video. Now, if you're selling an online business, you definitely want to have a sales video, as well as a pre-sale video. And what you would talk about in the pre-sale video is you would talk about you and why you went into this business in the first place, or your story, and just basically outline your products or your business. And then you will take them straight into the sales video. And that's where they're going to learn all of the details about your products and your business. And so you definitely want to outline all of your products and their features and benefits, especially benefits, because people want to know what's in it for them. Features don't tell them that. Benefits do. So you want to particularly pay attention to benefits. You want to talk about why your customer wants your product. You definitely want to tell them what they're going to get from your product, how it's going to benefit them, what kind of problem your product or business is going to solve for them. You definitely want to hit those points. Now, to create these videos, you do not have to have any expensive equipment. Your cell phone or your webcam works perfectly well. In fact, people don't like professionally done videos because, number one, they don't think that they can recreate them, and number two, they're just a turnoff for a lot of people, and they like to see real faces, real people, not actors. They want to see real people. And so when you're doing your videos, you definitely want to appear relaxed. If you are not used to being on video, you want to practice and practice and practice. And in fact, when we started this business, Mark did not like being on video at all. And so he participated in a challenge where he had to create 100 videos in 72 hours. And needless to say, by the end, he was a pro. And now he does not have a problem being on camera at all. So definitely practice makes perfect. So you need to appear relaxed. And if you don't appear relaxed at first, that's okay. But just practice until you do feel relaxed. Something that helps is putting a picture of your loved one near the lens of the camera, and that will help show emotion and expression in your face and tonality in your voice. And that's definitely what you want to have on your videos. You don't want to look stiff with no tonality and no expression whatsoever. And so that brings me to another point. You want to look at the lens when you are talking to your video. You cannot look at yourself on the screen and talk. You're going to look like you're looking down and to the side and not straight at your customer. So you definitely need to look at the lens. Circle it, put an arrow next to it so that you know where to look and keep looking at it, okay? So that is the video part. And the last thing I want to talk about is marketing. And there's lots of different ways that we can market. And I'm just going to talk about this generally. And underneath this video, you're going to find a marketing book that Mark and I wrote that's going to give some more in-depth information on using these different platforms for marketing. And there's also going to be another course that we're going to create soon that's going to go in really in depth in marketing using these different platforms. Okay, so the first thing we're going to talk about is blogs. Blogs is the best way to market your product or business, hands down. Blogs are easier to rank in Google, which means if somebody plugs in your product name or a keyword related to your business, then your website will pop up. Your blog will pop up, and there they have information about your business. So you definitely want to do a blog. You can do blogs on training. You can do blogs on you. You can do blogs on your business. You can do blogs on your products, and you can feature one product each blog. There's lots of different avenues you can take with your blog, and so you can switch it up. The best thing to do is do a blog every single day, but if you don't have time, at least one every other day. That way you get a lot of information out there, and the Google web searches can get to know you and your information so that they can rank you easier. So blogs are hands down the best way to market. The next best way to market is social media. And there are a lot of social media platforms out there, some that are just text-based, some that are video-based, some that are just image-based, like Pixabay or Instagram. And so whatever social platform you are familiar with and most comfortable with is the one I want you to go with, okay? So marketing to social media is a tricky thing because if you have an online business that you are selling, you definitely do not want to just talk about your business or just talk about your products in your business. You want to have actual content out there and only do one post a day about your business or products. If you have an e-commerce store, however, and you have a business page, obviously that's all you're going to talk about is your business, your products, and it's, you know, your products. And that's really, I mean, that's what people expect from an e-commerce store. So it depends on your business and your products and what you're going to use in marketing it on social media. The next thing I want to talk about is what's called email solo ads. And that is where you find a solo ad vendor who has like a list of, let's say, 100,000 people of email subscribers. And you go to him and say, hey, I want to send out 1,000 emails to your list. He will tell you how much it'll be. And then you draft an email, which is basically like an ad or a sales email where you want to get people to click onto your website. And so the reason why it's called solo is because your email is the only one that's going to go out to that list at that time. That's a great way to build your email subscriber base and get the word out there about your business. Let's see. The next and the last thing we're going to talk about today is free online advertising, which is like Craigslist. There's Craigslist, there's Backpage, and there's Oodle, and there's a few other ones that I can't remember at the moment, but there are a ton of free advertising, free ad job places, and so you want to utilize those as well as free advertising. If you are going to do a business, an online business, sell an online business opportunity, and you want to do it in the job section, you definitely want to make it sound like a job, not a business opportunity. Work from home opportunity, home businesses, multi-level marketing, Craigslist will shut you down, and so will the other ones if you make it sound like a business. So you want to make it sound like a job. Now, Backpage and Oodle, they do have business opportunities section where you can put in your ad and utilize it that way. But if you are selling, like, let's say, diet products or fitness products or craft products or anything like that, you can visit the discussion forum. And what you can do is you can find questions from people and answer them, questions that you can answer very well because it's a question that you have lots of knowledge about, and you want to answer that question with a lot of depth. Okay, just directing them to your website, that's spamming, and people do not like that at all. And so you want to answer their question with a really good answer and just leave your website address. Do not refer to it. Do not point them to it. Do not tell them to go there. Don't tell them about your products. Don't tell them about your business. Just leave your website link, and you will be surprised at the traffic that you will get from that. Nobody likes a spammer. And these days, everybody thinks everybody else is a spammer. And you definitely do not want to appear as a spammer. Okay? So again, that's it for marketing. Check out the traffic book below. Click the button, download it like you did with the affiliate report. And I will talk to you on the next video, which is going to be a surprise video. So you definitely want to check that one out. And I will talk to you on the next video. Have a great rest of your day.